Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mary and I'm a total failure. Um, I wanted to make a video and have a pretty honest conversation about how I've been feeling the last couple of weeks and I've been doing and just talking about it. I have completely gone off the rails with my diet and exercise. I've gained some weight back. I've had a lot of guilt, a lot of anxiety about it, some depression about it. And I'm at this stage now where I feel like talking about it honestly and openly and putting it out there so that maybe some other people can relate to it, just getting it out of my head and throwing it out into the universe, I can move on tomorrow and, start myself up again. I've been trying to figure out how I want to make this video for a couple of days, and I was just in the shower and I was just like, you know what, I'm going to turn the camera on and talk, and that's it. So I'm probably not even going to edit this. So this is just pretty much as real as it's going to get with me. It's been hard. I feel like it was easier to do all of this when I had 200 or 300 pounds to lose. It was just, seeing that weight drop was a great motivation, and, it just seemed like it was happening fast, and, results were there. And now, like, that I literally have, like, my last 50 pounds to lose, it feels like it's going so slowly. It feels like I don't see a lot of changes. And it's just been really difficult to not feel burnt out and to just be consistent. I think in thinking about some of this, I think part of it is that with all the surgery I've had, with all the weight that I've lost, there has been a dramatic change in my body. My body looks completely different. I'm wearing straight size clothing. I'm not wearing any more plus size clothing. I look different in clothes. I feel different. My body is shaped differently. And it's almost like, in some sense, I'm like, wow, I've accomplished so much. Maybe this is where it ends, and this is where, and this is great. And I'm just kind of like resting on my, accomplishments. I've become like complacent. And that's not where I want to be. Like, I know that if I feel this great here where I am, and, when I lose the last remaining weight that I have, I'll feel even better. I think part of the problem is that I've had such dramatic surgery and everything looks so different. It's so hard to see any kind of improvement or difference now that when I drop weight. It's showing itself in ways like the skin in my thigh area, inner thigh especially, is becoming saggier, which I hate and I don't like. Yes, I see my stomach and chest area getting toned up, but it takes much longer time than it did. The weight is not dropping as nearly as fast as it was prior to hitting this place. So I've been in like this literal plateau for probably a year. I mean, yes, there was about a good chunk of 4 months, maybe even longer than that don't count because I was out with my surgery and recovery. But it's hard not to beat up on myself and feel like, what have you done? You've wasted all this time. It's easy to make excuses about it. I think I had mentioned that I was starting a job. My job quickly went from being like a part-time to a full-time job, which was a little unexpected. Very welcome, but unexpected. So my schedule really changed, and I have to get used to now working full-time, being a mother full-time, while working full-time, which I have not experienced until now. and trying to get my like schedule down, my rhythm down, the pattern of how I'm going to do things down. And it's been difficult. I think I figured it out. The people who know me know that I have an anxiety disorder. I have I do have panic attacks. I have anxiety and depression that is very well controlled with medication. But, every now and again, things happen and I get very anxious. And a lot of the changes that were happening kind of spiked my anxiety a bit. And unless you've experienced panic, it's kind of hard to explain. I mean, you feel a lot of physical symptoms, and exhaustion from the tension of being in that panic mode is a very real thing. It also comes with the depression as well, but for me it was much more being anxious. So I've been tired and like just not wanting to get up. Like the alarm would go off and I'm just like, I'd rather sleep another hour than go to the gym. So I've been making bad choices. I have basically, I feel like it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun anymore. It became not fun anymore. Like going to the gym became a chore, something I didn't want to do, something I dreaded because I didn't feel like doing it. And I hate feeling that way. It's not how I want. I want it to be a great place. I want it to be someplace I look forward to going. I want it to be someplace that makes me happy. And I'm going to work on making that reality again. Totally bored with food and meal plan, but that's what it is. It is what it is. So I'm going to tweak it a little bit to make it a little more exciting, while staying under at my calorie allotment. Still saying high protein, low carb, good carb, green vegetables, but kind of trying to spice it up just a little bit. All this being said is that I've kind of spent this last week especially kind of psyching myself up for tomorrow and starting again. I think I have an idea of how I want my schedule to go and what pattern I want to take now with my life going forward with my daily routine. But it's just been so hard. It's been so depressing. It's hard to not beat up on yourself when you feel like you're letting yourself down, and I feel like I'm letting my friends and family and viewers and people who support me down. It's a lot of guilt to take on your shoulders, a lot of bad feelings, and I am at the point where I need to just shrug it off and walk away and start, get back into my headspace and know it's about me and my journey. And I'm pretty much there. I feel like this is the final purging of all of it, but I wanted to share it because I think other people have probably experienced this. And I also just want to say again, it's so difficult. I mean, it's not, this path is so not straight. It's curves, it bends, it goes up, it goes down. There are good months, bad months, good times, bad times, good years, bad years. I mean, it's just like a constant thing. It's constantly going. I think I had in my head that I felt like I'd get to a certain point and that would be it. Like, I'm done. But that's not the truth. The truth is it's going to be every day for the rest of my life. Every day for the rest of my life, I'm going to be working towards maintaining my health, my weight, because I know that I can overeat and gain weight very quickly. It's just, getting my lifestyle back in check. And it's just difficult. When you have a lot going on, it's difficult. My husband likes to make fun of me. He says that I'm not really good at multitasking. I happen to think I am good at multitasking. I'm just not really good at multitasking in my personal space. I'm the type of person where I can't divide my focus on things that are about me or affect me. I have to kind of silo things and focus on them individually. And I've been putting my diet and exercise all the way in the back and dealing with other stuff, and now I'm ready to like switch that around and get rid of the other stuff. And I mean, it's a crappy excuse because life is always going to be like that. And I just have to suck it up and, accept that and move on. But I also have to acknowledge that it's okay to fail. It's okay to screw it up. I can't look at the down periods as like this devastating event. I just have to stand up, brush myself off, start again tomorrow. The starting again tomorrow has been the hardest part. Brushing it off has been the hardest part because I carry a lot of guilt towards myself. Like I said, beat myself up a lot. It doesn't matter to me that I've lost like 250 pounds, 300 pounds. It doesn't even matter. Like, forget anything I've ever done. Not important in comparison to what's been going on the last 3 weeks. And that is such a stupid bullshit mindset. But that's how my brain works. So, mentally, I think I'm there. Physically, I know I'm there. I feel so much better physically when I'm active on a daily basis. And when I'm eating better. So, if, mentally hasn't been pushing me, my body is like, bitch, get back in the gym because we can't handle the stomach stuff anymore and the aches and pains and like, we want to be back to where we were. And this is me saying, I acknowledge that and we're going to do it. So in sharing this really kind of personal failure and how I feel about it with you guys, I hope that I helped somebody or made somebody feel less alone, or made somebody feel like they're seen and the way they're feeling is also valid and acknowledged. I think it's pretty common. Yes, this is difficult. Yes, this is emotional, physically draining, mentally draining, but I think we got to find the part we used to enjoy and took joy in and get back to that place. And that's what I'm working on doing. So having purged all of this, I'm going to sign off. Thank you for listening. Please feel free to leave any comments or hit me up on any of my socials listed below. Let me know how you're doing. Argue with me, tell me I'm being a jerk, tell me I'm being a pussy, whatever. I have to say thank you to all my friends and family. Every friend I've made on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever, who's been supportive of me lately. I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Your words have been so helpful and encouraging and have helped me get to today's point where I'm like, let's get back on the horse. I will be filming my last 2 videos in my series, my last 3 videos in my series about my plastic surgery. I'll be doing my tummy tuck and body lift, 2 parts for that, and then talking about with my husband about being a patient and being a caregiver. So look forward to those. Hopefully it will be out in the next 2 weeks, depending upon how much time we all have and whatnot. But I really want to film those because I think they're really important. So look for those. You'll see them announced on all my social media. Thank you for listening to this. I hope everybody's having a good week. You got this. Thanks again for all your support.